Welcome to an undisclosed location in County Tyrone. People are always asking what kind of spot welder I use. So for those of you who don't know what a spot welder is, it does this. To explain, it is a device you use to connect these together to make a battery pack for power tools or other devices. So, what type of spot welder do I use? In short, I use this A with Z Amazon spot welder that I bought a couple of months ago. This is the fourth spot welder I've had in the same number of years. This welder strikes the balance between user friendliness, power, consistency, and, from my perspective, affordability. As I've already stated, this is the fourth spot welder I've had in this facility. So why did it take so long for me to get one that I'm happy with? I'm going to explain that to you so you don't make the same mistakes I did. But before we get into that, I have to add a disclaimer. Here at Dr. Lefthandthread Media, we do not recommend that you fix batteries at home yourself unless you're a fake internet doctor, a high functioning madman, or both. This is the first spot welder I owned. It should say baby's first spot welder on it because it's such a basic beginner spot welder. It doesn't switch on anymore because I haven't used it in years. It only welded this very wafer thin nickel strip. It worked, but let's face it, it was suboptimal. I then moved on to welder number 2. I must admit I have a great deal of affection for this welder. I had to buy it in kit form. That had to be all assembled, and they had to add this battery pack separately. I welded with this for well over 2 years and built hundreds of packs, repaired hundreds of packs. However, this too was suboptimal. The reason I moved on from this suboptimal but functional welder was the tips were a bit small. The battery had to be replaced during the period I was using it, during that 2.5 year period. Also, it just wasn't powerful enough to weld the strip that I use now. So with a heavy heart, I boxed this up and mothballed it. I then moved on to welder number 3. The K-Weld from Kweld. Many will tell you this is the best battery spot welder that money can buy, and there's reasons for that. It's got great strong big tips with it. It's got the foot switch, of course, and can be very powerful. I did experience some downsides with it, but to be honest, it's kind of my own fault. This one is more complicated than the previous one. You have to order the parts separately and basically build it yourself, assemble it yourself, and figure out what kind of power plant you're going to run it on. This is in fact where I screwed up. I bought this thing fully assembled to save me time, and it came with this Nanotech high discharge LiPo battery. It did work well, but was very inconsistent due to the power plant. Research tells me that I should have been using a big lead acid leisure type battery, but sitting around the bench, a big battery about this size isn't really practical unless I find a way of doing it. But maybe in the future I might go back to that. That's a very good welder. That's with a very heavy heart that I had to set that to one side for now. That brings me up to right now welder number 4. It is actually plug and play because it's a plug-in one rather than a battery one. That's it starting up there now. It takes a little minute for it to start up once you plug it in. It comes with this foot pedal, so you can use it in automatic or manual. Manual mode is my preferred choice. Use the foot pedal. You position the probes on the end of the cell where you want them, then you press down with your foot and that gives you the weld. If you go auto mode, you don't have the controllability. You have just a second to position it where you want and it welds automatically. The settings on this are very simple. There's only 2 buttons. This button is the on-off button and also selects the thing that you want to change, and use this button to change it. You can change it from welding mode auto to manual. You can change some of them other settings, but I don't really bother. The main one is the gear. The gear is the intensity of the weld, and I only use it in 20 or 30. 20 for ordinary welding, and if you're using it in something heavy, 30. I've had a terrific experience using this welder. How long it'll last, I don't know. The tips aren't as big as the K-Weld tips. It is much more convenient than any other welder that I've had, and it hasn't failed to weld anything that I've tried to weld with it. The heaviest strip that I can find, I'll weld it. Definitely no problem. If you're interested in buying one of these yourself, might be a wee bit out of your affordability if you're only a hobbyist, but I will link it in the description and in the comments section. I have an Amazon link for that, and feel free to have a look at it, see what you think yourself. I cannot legally advise you to go and mess about with lithium-ion cells due to the well-documented dangers, but what you do in the privacy of your own facility is none of my affair. To give you an idea what this A with Z spot welder is capable of, a couple of weeks back I did a full battery build from scratch with it. I built this Milwaukee fake battery, and the kit that I built it with was so good I had to write "this is fake" on it so I didn't mix it up with my real shop bought batteries. If you want to check that out, I'm going to put a link in the description and the comment section too. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Also, I might add an additional link for my battery repair course. I have an M18 Milwaukee battery repair course which is absolutely free. You don't have to subscribe or do anything. All you have to do is watch the videos if you're interested.